Boss Lady Conversations with Monica L.
and Coach Kaya.
Boss ladies are
Vulnerable,
authentic,
love,
hopeful,
abundant.
respected.
Boss ladies are
You.
Welcome back, Boss Lady listeners. Thank you so much for joining us for another Boss Lady Conversation. This is season 2, y'all. So we're doing something new. We are always doing our best to bring you the best because you are the best. And we just want to remind you of that each and every time you spend time with us.
Yes, Coach Kaya, thank you. Yes, you are the best. We're trying to do our best. And it is a day in this world. So yes, so for the listeners, I am Monica L., a boss lady, Cleveland born, LA raised, on a journey of freedom and happiness as an educator, entrepreneur, and self-published author. I believe all things are possible through synergy. Let's get it. My IG handle is at MonicaL_writer.
That's right. I'm your girl, Coach Kaya. I'm a boss wife, mompreneur, sister, writer, and certified transformational coach. What do? I help people access their power, heal the trauma of their past, and reignite their dreams, all while manifesting the miracles that truly matter. My IG handle is at I am Coach Kaya. And we want to thank our listeners again. We always say to please tell someone who will tell someone to join us. This is a movement, okay? And we also love to know what topics you'd like us to cover, what your favorite show is. Talk to us because we'll take everything you say into consideration so we can continue to grow and improve and expand, okay? Because this movement needs you and it needs more boss ladies as well. So don't forget to email us at bossladyconversations@gmail.com. We want you to walk away from your time with us feeling inspired, imaginative, hopeful, creative, and of course, bossed up to go after what you want in your life.
Yes, Coach Kaya. Oh, and Coach Kaya got some amazing things to share later. We got some books. We got some more opportunities to join her coaching and all of that. But today's topic that we want to really touch upon is branding a boss lady experience with Yaya Diamond. This is our gift to you as Boss Lady Conversation podcast listeners. Yaya is not here to play with us. Let me just be clear and say that for the people in the back.
Hello?
She is all about going after your dreams with a level of determination and courage about what really matters. Again, a boss lady today. And it's hard to match. So before we dive into today's topic, I want to give you a little background on branding and rebranding. Spoiler alert, everyone is a brand.
That's right.
Think about that. You are a brand. You just need to present yourself purposefully. And according to Forbes magazine, there are 5 things you need to know about rebranding a successful business. Number 1, the industry doesn't stand still, so your brand better not either. The business world moves fast. And unless companies move faster, they will be left behind. The best entrepreneurs keep their finger on the pulse of the respected industries. And as the wind changes, so to your brand, think about it. Don't stand still. Number 2, it's not about you. I said it. It's not about you. I know. Take a minute. It's not about you, girl. It's not about you. It can be hard to let go of the ideal of what your business is. Most business owners want their brand to be more about who they are than what is truly the company stands for. It is true that a brand is personal, but unless you are a solopreneur, it is not just about one person. Number 3, a brand is so much more than a name. ELB learning has become so much more than 2 people in a garage. However, the heart of the brand, helping our customers succeed with every tool given to them, is just as much as a part of their organization as it was day one. Number 4, culture goes with branding. Yes, the culture. We all about the culture. One of the reasons for our significant growth as a company is a series of acquisitions. Yes, I said it. As they've made over the last 2 years. We went from being a Utah-centric company to becoming an international business pretty quick with employees across US, Europe, and India. And number 5, the final one, hold tight now. Some personalities with strong, let me say that, some strong personalities can coexist. Clearly, you know, me and Coach Kaya coexist, and we all know we got some strong personalities. Many times, acquisitions and rebranding are associated with mass layoffs as parent companies try to trim and shape everyone to fit into a current mold. But for us, it made more sense to keep every hardworking employee and as many of the visionary leaders who built an amazing product and service as possible. So see, hard work does pay off. Don't let no one tell you different. So Coach Kaya, does any of those resonate with you?
Listen, I just love the way you presented this information, Monica L. It's just so important that we don't stand still. And I think that we've seen that in the pandemic, or as some people call it, the bandemic. We've seen how people have pivoted and it has enhanced their brand, their business. They are thriving in abundance, doing things that they didn't even know they could do 3 years ago. So I think that there's a lot of truth to what was stated. And we are all indeed a brand. So consciously creating your brand with the willingness to evolve is really what I feel is the key to long-term fulfillment and bossing up on a regular basis. So without any more delay, I want to tell you about today's amazing boss lady guest, Yaya Diamond. Yaya Diamond is a Florida Music Hall of Fame nominee, a published author, podcaster, TV show host, radio host, former iHeart FM AM radio host, singer, songwriter, entertainer, and even more. Her favorite thing to do is write, whether it's food journaling when she wakes up in the morning, dreaming up amazing events, telling masterful stories, writing children's books, helping people build and market their brand, which she has definitely helped us personally. We've been on her show. You've had the blessing of being interviewed by her. She also loves traveling and so much more. This boss lady can and does do it all. So let's give a warm boss lady boss up welcome to our girl, the fabulous Yaya Diamond.
Okay, hey guys, how are you?
Good.
Oh my gosh, I just want to dig my head in the hole and go, no.
No. Oh my God, we're so happy to have you, Yaya Diamond, on Boss Lady Conversations.
Thank you.
With
Thank
Coach
you so
Kaya
much.
and Monica L.
That's right, Coach and Monica. Thank you guys so much for having me on the show.
Oh,
It's a
yes. No,
blessing
our
to have you
pleasure.
here.
Yes, yes. So let's get into it because I know the people want to know the information. So we like to start off on what is your intention for today's show?
My intention is to go ahead and just say what I'm about, what passions I have and why I do what I do, because it's not about me. Like you said earlier, it really isn't about me. It's about my client. It's about helping them move forward. And in retrospect, when I talk about my passion, it really isn't my passion. I'm talking about them.
I love it. I love
There it
it.
is.
Since you're a writer and especially a songwriter, you love music. If you could choose one song, I know this is going to be hard, one song to describe your boss lady journey, which one would you choose and why?
Sailing, Christopher Cross. Without a doubt, I love his voice. But the story behind that was my mom was in, you know how they give you stories, you know, it's like, I was in labor with you. There was no medication for 3 days. Well, my mother was in labor with me for 2 days, no medication. Wow. And the only song that kept playing was Christopher Cross Sailing. And I had no idea why that's always been my favorite song until my mom told me that was the song you were born to. And I just feel like that is the song I want to be born to. And when I go, I want to actually have that played at my funeral. I think coming out and going in with it was just amazing.
Whoa. And that's how we start the show.
we're all going, right? And I mean, it's a journey. Sailing to me is a journey. It's like sailing through life. I mean, you feel like you're really literally sailing, like, oh, wait a minute. That went pretty fast there. So yeah, I feel like the journey of life is like a sailboat, just sailing through.
Yes, I love that. I actually have somewhat similar story. My mom went into labor to me while she was watching Soul Train, and you could not tell me Soul Train was not my song and my
Hey!
show.
I don't know what it
Yeah,
is.
yes,
Yep. Mhm,
yes, and
mhm.
the love of music. So I feel
Yes.
you on that. I feel you.
Yeah.
So, can you let our Boss Lady listeners know more about your path to entrepreneurship and how you learned to boss up and create a brand as a highly sought after consultant and entertainer?
You know, I didn't know I was doing that. I'm gonna tell you right off the bat. When I began my journey, I was very young. My mom's in the industry, family in the industry, music industry.
Mhm.
And I followed them until I told my mom. I said, Mom, I think I can't travel anymore. I think I have to graduate high school. And she was like, Oh, you need to stay in school. You're gonna stay. I said, Yeah, I think I need to study. And so I stayed, graduated high school, went to college for law. Yeah, law is not my thing. And so I figured that out. But I went ahead and just learned contracts and music contracts and entertainment contracts. I did acting. I did Italian opera to help my
Ooh.
voice. I did a lot of different things, acting for the theater and for the camera, just a lot of different things. And then I got pregnant, opened up a karate school, made millions and millions of dollars, lost it all in 2010 with the economic downfall, restarted again with $6,000 in my pocket, moved away to a different city on the other coast of Florida, and that's when my life just took it picked up. I was seriously depressed when I lived in Miami making all those millions of dollars. I was not happy. I wasn't doing what I wanted to do in life. I hadn't accomplished the things I thought at that moment in time I should have accomplished. Even though I
Mm.
had children, it was not, it was fulfilling on the mommy side of it. But on the me side, I was missing me. It was me in the equation where who was I? I was nobody. I was mommy. That was it. I was mommy, I was wife, but I wasn't Yaya. And it really bothered me. So 2006, I learned about this thing called podcasting. I jumped right in. I was like, yeah, I'm going to do that. And everybody was like, why are you doing that? What is that? That's never going to succeed. It's never going to take off. And I was like, oh, I don't care. I just want to find people that can literally tell me how they got started. Maybe that will trigger something in me because we're like copycats. It's like if you see somebody yawn, what do you want to do? You want to yawn. It's not like you're yawning the same way. You're just yawning your way. So I figured if they're
Mhm.
doing their thing, maybe it'll inspire me in my mind to do something I love to do too. And it worked. I just kept going from there. I reached millions of people by 2010. I lost my business. I lost my cars. I lost my house. I lost my money. I lost everything.
Ooh.
I had $6,000 and we moved away and we said, well, let's start all over again. And I took 2 months off. Who does that? Me. Because I realized that I was strained, stressed, and depressed. And I wasn't going to come out of it unless I figured out what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
Podcasting and music had always been something I had loved to do. When I came over to the West Coast in Sarasota, it's like a music community here. Everybody comes here. The Platters are here. The Temptations are here. Dance musicians, people that used to work with La Bamba, all those people are here. And they looked at me and they said, ooh, fresh meat. I went on tour 8 years with Hits for Life with the former lead singer, The Temptations. I got put in the Florida Music Hall of Fame. I got 10 Grammy ballot nominations. I
Wow.
mean, it just kept going. I was like, well, daggone it, I like this. This is me. And I was still mommy and I was still wife, but I was Yaya too. And I completed that. And that's, I didn't know that was a brand. I just thought that was who I was. And it felt good to be that instrument where I turned it around. It's not me now looking for someone, it's them looking for me so that they can move forward and be someone. And that's where I need to be.
That's a word. Wow. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. I mean, we love your energy, we love your authenticity, but just hearing your story just adds another layer, to really understanding what you overcame and are
Yeah.
overcoming. Because, like you said, we're always a work in progress.
Oh yeah.
That's part of the journey.
Oh yeah. Oh
Um,
yeah.
One thing I love about your energy is that I can tell that you consciously choose your energy. So you're always moving forward in pursuit of your dreams. But how do you manage to find harmony, with all of your personal and professional pursuits?
It's not easy. It took me a while to figure out what I like and where I sit. It's like everybody's different. I understand. I figure out that my brain likes to do lots of things all at once. You know, that person that, and I saw this on the TikTok, she's sitting down, she's folding the towels. All of a sudden she looks out the window. Her kids are playing, the window's dirty. You get up, you clean the window, you go throw the paper in the trash is overflowing. Daggone it, gotta take the trash out. By the time you go through the whole scenario, you're like, daggone, I need a towel. It's like, you know what I mean? So it's like, that's my brain. It's always moving. It's always, so if someone asks me a question, I said, can I get back to you? It's because at that moment, my brain has already figured out about 20 different scenarios, and I really got to pinpoint which one it is. And so, I mean, I have so many different things going on in my brain that I have to control myself. And it's hard to know which direction to go in, but I know that when I don't smile about a direction, I shouldn't go that way. And whatever does not make me happy, I'm not going in that direction. There's no way. I am actually going to put a pound on my face and say, and I've learned me through that. I've learned no is good for me. And that's pretty much how I balance myself. Now, as far as like scheduling is concerned, I use a lot of different things. Like Mondays, I don't like interviews on Mondays. Don't like it. Don't like interviews on Mondays, but I'll do interviews on Tuesdays. Wednesdays is my day to do whatever I need to do. Oh, yeah. Then I'm back on Thursday. I'm back on maybe Friday during the early day, and then the shows start. And in between that, I do my editing and stuff like that. I kind of tinkle along. But after about 3 or 4 weeks, I'm itching to get away. I need to deactivate because it's a lot. It's just a lot. That's pretty much how I balance everything out. And I do schedule my family in there. And if something should happen, emergency come up, I drop everybody. Bye. Right. We rescheduling everything. I'm gone. I'm gone. So yeah.
There it is.
I love that. Wow. So boundaries. And I mean, it's clear. What I really heard was that you made sure you had a lane for you.
Yeah.
Just for you, because I think so many times as women, we can get lost in caring for others and making sure we're the best wife, we're the best this, we're the best that. And then you don't care for yourself. So it's like, as we always say, you can't pour from an empty cup. And Coach Kaya loves to travel too. I do too, but you saw her smile when she said, you said 3 weeks, I gotta go. You like, yes. You're like, yes.
Yeah. Yep. About every 3 to 4 weeks, I gotta get out of here.
Yeah. And that's self-care. And I'm sure you come back just feeling new and refreshed and something that everyone can enjoy. So people don't understand it's not just about the person leaving. It's like, I'm coming back a better version of me for you.
You got it. Yeah, for you. Because if I don't, it won't be good for you.
Right. Thank you for saying that. That's what I wanted to say, but I didn't want to put no words. Yes. Connect. Of course, there's a single one with no kids, but I still feel it. I
hear you. No, you got to get away. It doesn't matter. Yeah.
Yes. So you touched upon the success of your podcast, which I definitely want to give you kudos and want to give you an opportunity to talk about that more because it is huge. So what advice would you give for our boss ladies who want to step out on their own and create their own brand domestically and internationally?
Don't listen to anybody. Don't listen to them. If I listened to everybody that told me I was never going to be anything in life, I was never going to succeed. What the heck is podcasting? It's never going to go anywhere. I wouldn't be sitting here today with Boss Lady Conversations. I would be in a hole somewhere, still depressed and concerned about what everybody else thought about what I should do in my life. And someone came to me and they said, the biggest and the best place to go for knowledge is the cemetery because it died with so many people not giving their gift to the world. That won't be me. when you see my tombstone, it'll say Yaya Diamond. I left it all here. That's it. I'm going to do my best to just leave all of what I can do here. I don't want to take it to the cemetery. I don't want any wealth going with me. I can't take it with me. I need to leave it here. It's just, don't listen to people. Don't do that to yourself. It's really damaging. If you feel like you need to express yourself in poetry, express yourself in poetry. Go for it. If you are a bad writer and you can't put things together, I had someone on my podcast the other day. She had a stroke. She can't read. She's an author of 2 trilogies. 2. I asked her how she did it. She says, much help, but she talks and she writes it, and then people go behind her and they fix it because they understand what she's trying to say. And she can't read it, so they read it back to her.
Hello.
You can't give me excuses. There are none. The only excuse is you don't want to do it, or you're too lazy to do it. That's it. That's it. So no excuses. Move forward. And don't listen to anyone that puts you down. Just do it.
Woo! Yeah, you gonna have me drinking on the podcast now.
Okay.
It's gonna be Boss Lady Conversations Cocktails.
Hey.
Conversations and cocktails. Okay. That's all I got to say to that.
Ooh, we promise the boss lady's realness. Like, it don't get no realer than that.
No.
So, yeah. So we want to know, what's one big scary dream that you have for yourself in your business? Like something that you like, should I even say it?
I have no scary dreams.
I knew you were going to say that.
I have no scary dreams. I am not afraid to tackle things. The biggest, okay, so yeah, I do. I have to take that back. The biggest scary dream I have is not trying. That's it. It's not trying. I mean, we literally get so scared of failure, but I don't believe it's failure. I believe it's a lesson learned. I am going, if it makes me smile, I'm going to go in that direction. If that direction is not good for me, it's only because the direction that the smile took me was great, but then I kind of pushed it into a different direction, and I need to kind of back up a little bit and go in the direction I'm supposed to go in. But you'll never find who you are. You'll never find your direction if you're scared of it. Just do it. Just do it.
Here it is. Motivational speaker. That's what I hear. Okay. Okay.
I guess I'm a little bit more serious than most people think of me.
No, but I mean, you're saying the obvious, but somehow that is not obvious. You know what I mean? Like, you're right. So many times we put so many barriers, and so we think it out, but what if this, what if that? Right. One person like, well, you put a book out, who's going to buy it? They don't know you. I
don't understand that.
Right.
I don't get it.
Exactly.
I mean, every author in the history of authors was unknown. So what are you saying?
Right.
Huh?
Exactly. Right.
I don't understand that.
Right. You got to try. You got to put it out there. Yes, and yes. So what boss ladies inspire you in your life?
My mom. And it's so funny because it took me a long time to understand that. Everybody has like somebody that they admire and all that stuff. But my mom, man, she endured a lot as a single mother. At the age of 4 years old, I didn't really know her. And she came back and picked me up because her first hit overseas was when I was like almost a month old, and she left. And she had hit after hit after hit overseas, and she would come back, but then she'd be gone. And at 4 years old, she picked me up and says, I don't want my daughter not to know me. And we went overseas, and I was traveling with her till the age of 16 when I told her, I think I got to go and graduate high school because I only had 1 more year left. I actually graduated a year and a half early. It must have been hard for her to be a single mother on the road with a little kid. It must have been hard for her to leave me sometimes and be gone all that time. It must have been really hard for her, but she made it. She did it. And I love her for it. She's my hero.
Right. She's our hero. She raised an amazing woman. Look at you. You're not afraid of anything. That's what I hear. You're like, hey.
I mean, I mean, how can you be afraid of it? I don't understand. Fear is a gun pointed at your head. I'm afraid of that. But when it comes to moving forward and your goals and accomplishing, why are you afraid of it? Are you afraid that you won't succeed? Well, you won't succeed if you sit back and be afraid of it. Definitely. So are you afraid of being afraid? I mean, I don't understand. You have the opportunity, take it.
Okay. And there it is. And so tell our listeners how to connect with you and about your amazing podcast and all the stations you're on.
Oh my gosh. Oh, it's Yaya Diamond's Dream Chasers Radio. You can find me at yayadiamond.com, dreamchasersradio.com. You can Google Yaya Diamond. You can whatever you like. You can find me anywhere, everywhere. I don't really know how it all happened, but you just keep going and all of a sudden you're everywhere. I'm on LWR TV in London as well as radio. I'm in Africa. I'm in India. Have my own radio station, yayadiamondradio.com. And also I am on Comcast Channel 25 every Thursday from 6:30 to 7 in DeKalb and Atlanta, Georgia. I just keep going, guys. I have no idea where else I am because as time goes on, you connect here and you connect there and you connect there. And then you look back and you're going, man, what? It's just, that's what I see. It's like, wow, if you keep going, your connections will get bigger. And so the podcast has grown. It's grown into not only being an audio podcast, but now it's a video podcast. And then from the video podcast to a TV and radio show. So I have Late Night with Yaya Diamond on the DuPont Network. It's Monday through Friday, 11 to 12, right before ATL Yo Raps. Or Yo ATL Raps. I forget how that goes, but you guys know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
On the DuPont Network. So that's Late Night with Yaya Diamond. And that sometimes it's exclusive stuff. Like I have Evelyn Thomas on the show, who's my mom, and she does her cooking segment every Thursday. I have different artists come on, and I'm working on expanding that show to make it bigger. I just came from Memphis, Tennessee, from the Stomp the Iconic Awards, where we did the red carpet. I was media on the red carpet. It was amazing.
Yes.
A lot of A-listers there. And I got invited by Miriam, who works with a publicist company who works directly with Universal. And I mean, I was invited. I jumped on it out of my own pocket. Sometimes you just have to invest in yourself.
Hello.
Yeah, you have to. And it paid off. I mean, you think that it's big now. I have no idea where it's going now. I just don't know. But what I do know is you can reach me anywhere and everywhere. And I want to encourage you guys. Dream Chasers Radio has always been about authors and publicists and musicians and people going after their dreams, whatever that is. You want to open an online store, you want to open a store, you want to get off drugs. I don't care what it is. It's still something that you want to do in life. And that's what we're here to do. We're here to help you through that and encourage you to be that person that you just lost along the way.
Woo!
Hello, boss
it.
ladies. I
Yes.
mean, I just know that they're going to be listening to this episode again and again and again because you have so many gems and you've shared so much from your heart, and we really appreciate you. Before we go, I just want to recap some of the many gems that Yaya has shared with us today. Number one, understand who you are and how your brain works. Give yourself the space to choose what matters and how you want to share your energy. Number two, honor your own happiness. If it does not put a smile on your face, you can choose differently. The power of no can help you create harmony and restore your energy. Number three, don't listen to anyone. Don't be concerned with what everyone else thinks you should do. Leave it all here. Don't take it to the cemetery. Number four, failure is a lesson learned. Do what makes you smile. And even if it's not exactly the right idea at the right time, it will be a lesson learned. You can tweak it if needed, but you have to go for it. And number five, fear is not trying. You won't succeed if you are afraid of your success. You have the opportunity, so take it. If you keep going, your connections will grow. Make yourself proud. Invest in yourself.
Woo!
That's our boss lady. Okay?
Yes. That was amazing.
That
And
wasn't it? I was surprised.
Yes.
I was like, hey.
That's you. That's you coming with that amazing energy and words of wisdom and transparency. I mean,
Wow.
hello. It don't get no realer than this, right?
I need a copy of this to take my own advice, please.
Yes,
You got
yes,
it,
yes, and
You got
yes. Well, we hope you enjoyed connecting with the wonderful boss lady,
Thank
Yaya
you.
Diamond, and learning about how to boss up by branding your business for success. Thank you, Yaya. Please come back soon.
Definitely.
so
Thank
much,
you guys.
Kay.
And you guys got to come to my show as well.
Oh,
Anytime.
absolutely.